Hello and welcome and namaste from New Delhi. I'm Gautam Roy and this is DD India. The show is Express News, where we get you the day's top 100 developments from the country and abroad. Let's begin. Mauritius Prime Minister Naveen Chandra Ramgoolam called on India's President Draupadi Murmu on Tuesday. Both the leaders agreed that relations between the two countries are unique, rooted in our shared history, language, culture and values. Prime Minister Ramgoolam, who has been on a week-long visit to India, met the 15th Vice President of the country, C.P. Radhakrishnan, in New Delhi on Tuesday as well. Earlier in the day, the Mauritius Prime Minister paid floral tributes to the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, at Rajghat. He also paid tributes to former PM Atal Bihari Vajpayee at Sadaiv Atal Memorial. U.S. Assistant Trade Representative Brendan Lynch arrived in India late Monday night for a crucial round of trade talks with his counterpart Rajesh Agrawal, who is India's chief trade negotiator and special secretary at the Commerce Department. India's Minister of State for External Affairs, Pavitra Margarita, has held productive and engaging discussions with leading business persons, including key Indian entrepreneurs in the textile sector in Papua New Guinea. India's Home Minister Amit Shah inaugurated the second national conference of Anti-Narcotics Task Force heads of states and union territories on Tuesday. Addressing the gathering, Home Minister Shah said that it is very important to save our young generation from drugs. Warriors of the Trishakti Corps of the Indian Army showcased exceptional endurance in Sikkim's rugged terrain, carrying full battle loads for 6 days and nights. The exercise highlights the unwavering spirit of India's armed forces. Indian naval ship Kadmat, an indigenously designed and built anti-submarine warfare corvette, arrived in Suva, Fiji on the 15th of this month for a goodwill visit as part of a 3-month deployment. The annual India-US military exercise Yudh Abhyas 2025 wrapped up in Alaska after 2 weeks of intensive joint training, strengthening defense cooperation between the Indian Army and the US Army. In a major success against Maoists, a joint team of 208 Cobra Battalion, CRPF and Chhattisgarh Police recovered a huge stock of explosive material and weapon manufacturing equipment in Kanchala Forest area. 5 Bangladeshi students of National Institute of Technology, Silchar, have been suspended for involvement in violent clashes in the campus. The director ruled out involvement of any Indian students in the incident. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla addressed the inaugural session of the International Conference on Faith and Future, integrating AI with spirituality. The speaker highlighted that the purpose of technology should always be to serve humanity, not to control it. India's Culture and Tourism Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat has announced that over 1,300 gifts received by Prime Minister Modi have now gone under the hammer starting Tuesday in an online auction. Proceeds from the auction will fund key government initiatives like the Namami Gange Mission. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh launched the dedicated online web portal on Tuesday for monitoring this program of Special Campaign 5.0. The campaign aims to promote cleanliness, transparency and efficiency in governance. Delhi Chief Minister Rekha Gupta has inaugurated Apollo Athena, Asia's first dedicated cancer centre for women in New Delhi's Defence Colony. The Chief Minister said that the hospital is a milestone in women's healthcare sector. The Prime Minister's office on Tuesday shared an article by Union Minister Dr. Monsoon. The article read that Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas are visible in daily realities. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on Monday attended the closing ceremony of Jashn-e-Dal, a water sports event organised by Jammu Kashmir Police. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis chaired a crucial meeting on developing a comprehensive cancer treatment policy for Maharashtra. He ensured cancer care facilities that are accessible across all districts. The South Indian state of Kerala has reported a new cluster of primary amoebic meningoencephalitis cases in August-September 2025. As of the 15th of September, total 69 cases and 19 deaths have been reported. Indian equity indices ended on a strong note with Nifty above 25,200 on Tuesday. At close, the Nifty was up 169.90 points at 25,239.1. And the broader BSE Sensex was also up 594.95 points at 82,380.69. The Indian rupee ended with 16 paise gain at 88.05 a dollar on Tuesday. Gold futures maturing on the 3rd of October was priced at 110,597 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Worldwide, gold prices hit a record high of 3,685.39 per ounce on Monday, that's in dollars, driven by a weaker US dollar and falling treasury yields. Silver futures for the 5th of December maturity stood at 129,755 rupees per kg on the MCX. India's merchandise trade deficit narrowed to $26.49 billion in August 2025, down from $27.35 billion in July, showing improvement in the country's external trade balance. India's Income Tax Department has further extended the ITR filing deadline for the financial year 2025-26 to the 16th of September 2025, which is this evening. India has exported its first ever organic tea shipment from West Bengal to Taiwan, marking a major milestone in agriculture trade. Google has announced that it will invest €5 billion in the UK over the next 2 years to help power the country's AI drive. The announcement has come ahead of US President Donald Trump's official state visit to UK. A United Nations Commission of Inquiry concluded its probe on Tuesday on Israel's operations in Gaza, blaming Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other top officials for incitement. Israel has categorically rejected the report, with the Foreign Ministry describing it as distorted and false and calling for the immediate abolition of this Commission of Inquiry. United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights Volker Turk has condemned Israel's ground assault on Gaza City as utterly unacceptable, demanding an end to the carnage and warning of growing evidence of genocide in the Palestinian territory. Sweden on Tuesday called on its European Union partners to increase pressure on Tel Aviv after a UN Commission of Inquiry concluded that Israel has committed genocide against Palestinians in Gaza. Tuesday also saw Israel launch its ground offensive in Gaza City. Israel's military has issued evacuation orders for Yemen's Hodeidah port, saying it will also be attacked in the coming hours. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio met Qatar's Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani in Doha on Tuesday after Israel's attack on Hamas political leaders in Qatar last week drew widespread condemnation. Ukraine on Tuesday said that one person was killed and at least 13 injured in the recent Russian strike on Zaporizhzhia region of the country. Several buildings and vehicles were heavily damaged. Another person was killed in southern Mykolaiv region after Russian troops launched more than 100 drones and about 150 glide bombs overnight. In Kharkiv, a Russian drone strike on a building injured at least 4 people. Emergency responders were seen at the scene. Latvia's President Edgars Rinkēvičs in a press conference has said that NATO launched a new military mission on Friday called Eastern Sentry to protect Europe's east after Russian drones crossed into Polish airspace last week. Polish President Karol Nawrocki is on a state visit to Germany. He met with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz on Tuesday on Russia's recent violations of Polish airspace. The Chancellor emphasized that Germany stood firmly and unwaveringly alongside Poland. Donald Trump will be on a state visit to the United Kingdom from Tuesday. Security around Windsor Castle has been tightened ahead of the visit. Trump announced a new military strike on a boat carrying alleged drug traffickers in the Caribbean on Monday, which resulted in the killing of 3 persons. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has said that recent incidents between his country and the United States are an aggression by the US, not tensions between the two countries. Trump is bringing a defamation and libel $15 billion lawsuit against New York Times. Trump accused the newspaper of lying about his family, business, the America First movement, MAGA, and the nation as a whole. Thousands attended a vigil for Charlie Kirk held at Arizona State University on Monday. Kirk was an ally of US President Trump and was killed by a single rifle shot during an event in Utah Valley University. Russia and Belarus held a 5-day drill named Zapad, or West, that they say is designed to test combat readiness. The last day saw Russian Tu-160 strategic bomber planes performing combat training missions over the Barents Sea in that joint military exercise. Nepal's newly appointed Home Minister Om Prakash Aryal has said that the formation of the incumbent government aims to conduct the election in a free and impartial atmosphere in the next 6 months. Polls opened in Malawi on Tuesday in an election pitting President Lazarus Chakwera against his predecessor Peter Mutharika. Malawi has faced economic stagnation since 2020, with inflation over 20% for more than 3 years. Australia has urged social media platforms to employ minimally invasive methods to check the age of users covered by its world-first teen social media ban starting December. Time now for a quick break, and we'll be back with more here on Express News in just a bit. Stay tuned.
This week on Defense Dynamics, we decode HAL's bold gamble. Can the Sitara trainer transform into a combat fighter? We explain the Great Nicobar project, India's mega push at the Malacca Gateway. We reveal STAR, the supersonic target shaping India's missile mastery. We analyze the B-21 Raider, America's futuristic 6th-gen stealth bomber. Stay tuned for more updates this Wednesday at 8 p.m. IST only on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. Let's resume. Uttarakhand CM Pushkar Singh Dhami on Tuesday conducted an on-site inspection of disaster-affected areas. Heavy rainfall in Dehradun has caused extensive damage to homes and government properties. Chief Minister Dhami said that Prime Minister Modi and Union Minister Amit Shah has assured that the central government has pledged, support for relief and recovery efforts in the state. Teams of NDRF and SDRF have started the rescue operations in Dehradun as cloudbursts in the area led to heavy flooding. According to the Indian Met Department, a red alert has been issued for Dehradun and parts of Tehri Garhwal with warning of intense thunderstorms, lightning and heavy rainfall. Heavy rain has caused the Tista River to flood in Jalpaiguri district of West Bengal. Many families have been impacted, facing displacement and submerged homes. On Tuesday, the monsoon has withdrawn early from parts of western Rajasthan. While it will gradually recede across the country, some central and northeastern states can still expect heavy rains. Heavy to very heavy rainfall persists in states of northern and sub-Himalayan regions. These are bracing for another 2 days of heavy to very heavy rainfall. In the past 24 hours, Meghalaya experienced isolated instances of extremely heavy rainfall exceeding 21 centimeters. The IMD issued warnings for several states for very heavy rainfall in isolated pockets, including Odisha, Tamil Nadu and Bihar. Residents in these areas should remain vigilant for potential impact. The IMD has issued an alert for states in coastal areas in south central India and northeast. This broader spell of rain could lead to localized flooding and disruptions. Kota in Rajasthan is set to create history this Dussehra with a 215-foot-tall Ravan effigy built using 10 tons of steel and 1,500 bamboo pieces, featuring a remote-controlled combustion system, LED-lit crown and a velvet attire with golden jewellery. The first Kumaon car rally was flagged off from Bareilly on Monday, organized by the Indian Army with Yellow Motorsports. The 8-day event will pass through Pithoragarh and include in Nainital, promoting youth inspiration and village development. A music festival is currently underway in South Africa's Johannesburg with hot air balloons, swaying sunflowers and vibrant performances. Amid the festivities, attendees are also participating in guided meditation and yoga sessions offering moments of mindfulness and relaxation. An ancient rain tree bonsai in Vietnam has been recognized by the Vietnam Records Organization for its rare artistic form. Shaped as the golden turtle spirit, the tree received a certificate acknowledging its unique design. Chinese authorities have authenticated a Qin dynasty engraved stone on the Qinghai Tibet Plateau, the only one preserved at its original highest altitude site. A new AI-based study has analyzed satellite imagery and revised the estimated wildebeest population in Africa's Great Migration to under 600,000, nearly half the long-held aerial survey figure of 1.3 million. Thailand is set to remove the red-whiskered bulbul from its protected wildlife list, reclassifying the popular songbird as an economic species under strict regulations to safeguard wild populations. Bogota, in partnership with the Universidad Antonio Nariño, has launched a large-scale sterilization program which has already reduced pigeon numbers by 70% in key areas like Bolivar Square, aiming to manage urban wildlife and address public health risks. Riyadh celebrated Hindi Divas at the Indian Embassy, bringing together Saudi nationals and Indian school students. The event featured Hindi speeches and songs by Saudi participants and performances by students. It highlighted the richness and diversity of Hindi as a language. Hanoi has ranked second on Time Out magazine's list of Asia's top 10 street food destinations. The UK-based publication praised the city's culinary scene for its unique blend of tradition and modernity. Hanoi continues to attract food lovers with its vibrant street food culture. The Jozenji Street Jazz Festival is underway in Sendai, northeastern Japan. The two-day event began on Saturday with a parade of performers dancing to the rhythm of African drums. The festival showcases a vibrant mix of music, dance and street performances. The World Black Pudding Throwing Championships took place in England's Ramsbottom and Lancashire. Participants hurled black puddings at giant Yorkshire puddings in a quirky contest blending history and humour. On Monday, a traditional sumo dance dedicated to Shinto gods was performed by local residents at Suwa Taisha Shrine in Nagano Prefecture in Japan. The dance features rare chest-beating gestures said to symbolize the defensive and offensive aspects of sumo. Claudia Sheinbaum became the first woman to lead Mexico's Independence Day ceremony, delivering the Grito de Dolores from the National Palace. She honored national heroes and celebrated freedom, justice and inclusivity. Papua New Guinea celebrated 50 years of independence from Australia on Tuesday with fireworks and a drone show. Britain's Prince Edward also attended the event. The motion poster of Punjabi film Vyah Kartare Da, starring Gippy Grewal and Nimrat Khera, has been unveiled. The film will hit theatres on the 27th of February next year. The trailer of Bollywood film Sunny Sanskriti Ki Tulsi Kumari, starring Varun Dhawan and Janhvi Kapoor, has been released. The film will hit theatres on the occasion of Dussehra on the 2nd of October. Upcoming Tollywood film Jatdhara, starring Sudhir Babu and Sonakshi Sinha, is slated to arrive in cinemas on the 7th of November in Hindi and Telugu languages. Mirai, a Telugu fantasy action adventure starring Teja Sajja and Manchu Manoj, has crossed the 50 crore rupees mark in just 4 days. The film has earned over 80 crores worldwide in its opening weekend. American designer Tory Burch unveiled her Spring 2026 collection at New York Fashion Week on Monday, showcasing a line inspired by the complexity of women with moody hues, vibrant spring shades and a mix of chic pantsuits. Hollywood star Bruce Dern, known for Nebraska and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, is set to feature in the coming-of-age drama All Day Happy Dance. British producer David Putnam, known for films like Chariots of Fire, The Killing Fields and The Mission, will be honoured with the inaugural Industry Lifetime Achievement Award at the 20th Rome Film Festival. Singer Demi Lovato has announced her 9th album, It's Not That Deep, set to release on the 24th of October. Japanese anime film Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, which on the 12th of September crossed over 38 crore rupees at the box office in India. Robert Redford, Oscar-winning actor, director and activist known for films like Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid, has passed away at the age of 89. Sports Now and the International Cricket Council has formally turned down Pakistan Cricket Board's request to remove match referee Andy Pycroft from the Asia Cup. India has secured a spot in the Super 4 stage of the Asia Cup following United Arab Emirates' win over Oman. Bangladesh will face Afghanistan in a crucial match of the Asia Cup on Tuesday as both teams are a spot in the top 4. India's women batter Smriti Mandhana reclaimed her #1 spot in the latest ICC One-Day International Rankings released on Tuesday. The Indian women's cricket team will hope to draw the series as they face Australia in the second One-Day International in Malanpur on Wednesday. Former world champion PV Sindhu got the better of Denmark's Julie Jacobsen in the opening round of the China Masters Badminton Tournament on Tuesday. Indian shuttler Ayush Shetty has climbed to a career-best world number 27 position in the latest BWF rankings released on Tuesday. India's Olympic medals winner Neeraj Chopra will begin his campaign at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo on Wednesday. New Zealand's Yori Beamish claimed a stunning gold medal in the 3,000-meter steeplechase event at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. In another event, Jamaica's Oblique Severe squashed his way to the 100-meter gold with a personal best time of 9.77 seconds. The signature black court of the Lavar Cup tennis tournament, which pits superstars of Europe against competitors from around the world, is ready for action in San Francisco. Real Madrid begin their bid for the 16th European Cup against Marseille. Coach Xabi Alonso said Kylian Mbappe is valued as a leader and not under pressure to deliver. Juventus is to open their Champions League campaign against Borussia Dortmund. Coach Igor Tudor urged players to stay grounded after a 4-3 win over Inter Milan. Arsenal start their bid for Champions League glory against Athletic Bilbao on Tuesday, powered by a new-look attack due to the spending spree by the club. And former France international and 2018 World Cup winner Samuel Umtiti has announced his retirement from club football. Well, that's all we have at the moment in Express News, but all the latest continues here on DD India. Keep watching.